Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the Team Near to Her podcast, where our best advice here is if you want to do it right, collect what you like. But friends and fam, how it goes on Monday. FANime Talk, if you want to view it right, anime for life. And today we are going over and giving our review on Words Bubble Up Like Soda Pop, Netflix movie original. Something that I am excited to kind of go over, and it's, hopefully you guys were able to watch it so I can get some of your guys' feedback as well. But before we get into that, let me holler at my hermano.
Oh,
Esteban, what's going
hermano.
on, fam?
I'm just chilling like a villain, man. Getting out of work and coming into the revolving door here, man.
Oh yeah, baby, I
Yeah,
feel
man.
you, man.
But the weekend was awesome, man. It was blessed. Shout outs to my brother Desire Comics and Nigel, man. It was a
I,
dope
I,
little meeting, brother.
I did
So,
see that posted up. That's dope.
and the weekend was nice, man. So we're coming after it. Got Monday in a chokehold and almost passed out. So let's get
Yeah,
into it.
you got to put that hard scarf on them, baby.
Yeah, they ain't tapping out, so you got to make them.
Oh yeah, I
Oh
feel you.
man. All right, man. So before that, man, let's go ahead and shall we? Shall we?
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah.
always ready to hear it. Give it up.
Oh man, shout out to the Four Horsemen faction. Brother number
Oh,
one,
brothers.
brother Rudy. Dude. The
Woo.
silent profile luchador wearing
Oh
hat
yeah.
mask. Hat.
Oh yeah.
What's wrong with this guy?
Hey yo, dude, it's all right. Make up
I'm
your own
looking
words, son. Make
I'm
up
look,
your own words.
Rudy, I'm sorry. I'm looking like Johnny New Guy on live right now, but you caught it first, right? All right, you got brother number two, something Wong. You already know something right's gonna happen. Already
Something
happened
wrong.
when he's around. Oh man, he's happy. He's like I call him the Havoc, but tomorrow he's gonna be the Cyclops. So
Oh yes,
he's gonna be
more
big
on that
brother.
later. That's right. That's right.
And you got brother number three, the anime, etc., senpai. Like that Sonnen energy, man. Then you got Glenn
He's that legend.
2K12, 4K, crystal
Glenn,
clear, horror hermano, Glenn Obi, one with the force and the flatulence.
the
You would,
man himself, Glenn.
yeah, man. Then you got those luscious beats. You got those
Oh
luscious beats
yeah.
coming at you with DJ abomination, and then plain clothes D all up north.
Mm-hmm.
Like Santa Claus and shit.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, dude.
Yeah. All right, man. I'm about to jump into it. Shall we? Shall we jump into
Yeah,
the
man.
herd,
Let's
man?
holler at the herd chat, man.
Shall we greet them? With a Monday, brat.
Oh yeah.
These are
You know,
greetings, man. So we're handing them out like bullets, right? All right, you
hey,
got
dude, I feel you, man. GT Key
GTT
Comics.
Comics.
What up?
High five.
Yeah, that's right.
Much love. Bam. You got all of it. And then you got a big station. All right.
Oh yes, good
Then
to
you
see you,
got
baby.
brother number one right here. Big brother. Big brother's always watching. I want to be like my big brother. Brother number one, brother Rudy, all up in the building.
Rudy.
Then you got Inja Binja, Katana Sharp, in hilt, ready to do it like a demon slayer.
That's right, dude. She's ready to draw that sword. She's quick draw McGarl with that.
Mm-hmm. And just as beautiful as dare I say it, Sakura,
Blossom, baby.
Blossom,
Oh yes.
just one of those unveilings. You got something wrong right here.
Here he is, the man
Oh,
himself.
we got Primo.
What's going on, Primo?
That's family. Anime aficionado.
Yep, DJ music aficionado, man. He's well faceted.
LA gangster. Let's go to the Chinos, papa. Let's go play that. Let's go play that King of Fighters, man.
Oh yeah,
right here.
And there he is. We got
here.
Glenn right there. What's going on, Glenn?
Oh yeah. All right. Look at that. NG. All right, girl.
Right.
Oh man, then you got Lord Chucks. You got Lord Chucks at the BLCC. He's around, man.
What's up, Lord Chucks?
Hermano, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Yeah, ¿cómo está? Mabute. That's a joke Glenn Obi should use, right?
Oh,
right.
For sure.
All right, man. I think we are all ready, man. I think we're set to go, man. Let's take this destination, to something a little new for the Hermanos, should I say so, my brother?
Yes, it's true. It's true because, like you said, like you and I are very much the same, cut from that cloth of battle style anime. So we're branching out, trying to get a little bit of a taste for different genres. and so this one, was definitely going with the feels, and let me tell you guys, like, words bubble up like soda pop. If you guys get an opportunity, to like definitely see the trailer, you might have come across just the thumbnail on Netflix. I mean, just the animation and the coloring on it is very captivating at first. You see it, and I mean, at first glance, I thought this might have been another Studio Ghibli film. Um, that because that's what the art style is, very much so. And thank you, Inja. I mean, Inja is definitely a big part of that. My girl, she's well versed with the genres. She'll anything that she recommends, like, I definitely take it to heart, and I'm definitely trying to watch it. And that's why I love this community. I love it when you guys are here and you guys are reaching out and telling me, like, yo, like, you got to watch this, you got to watch that. I see, Inja had a comment before about Attack on Titan, and I know that it's fire right now. It's fire, you guys. So, but with all these major big style animes, I feel like something that I am trying to get a little perspective for myself, and try to get some new animes out to you guys. To let you know what's a watch and what's a not. So that's my perspective on it, Steve. I mean, you got stuff to speak on this from your
Oh
perspective?
man, yeah, man. You know what, man? I appreciate the community. I appreciate things that we haven't watched, because I mean, you got tons of time, you got tons of content, so you got to get a different perspective. I
Mhm.
will, like, to your point. I loved the colors. Everything was vivid, very eye catching,
Yeah.
a very stylistic.
Mhm.
Like, I think a bit of like an evolution in some sort of sense to anime. Like the drawings were
Yeah.
a little
Yeah.
more urban and hip in some sort of sense. Um,
Yes. Yes.
and just the movement. There was a pan out where someone was on a skateboard, and just
Yep.
the animation towards that scene, I was like, "Oh, okay, that hey, I like that." That was a,
Yeah.
step
The
in the right
connect.
direction. The storyline
Yeah.
was okay as well. So, um, like, I will say, like, in getting these recommendations, this is getting you to be like wondering whether you're gonna venture out to that, or whether you like those things or not, or recommend it or not. That's so I will tag team you with that, man, because like, this isn't something I would watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And when I first watched it, I was texting Eric. I was just like lying in bed, and I was like, "Yo,
I mean, we should save that. We should save that because we haven't even really gotten into this, you guys. So, again, we're just giving you,
we're
our
just
take and
warming it up."
perspective. Yes, exactly. Because a lot of these different style animes that, the different genres, I'm sorry, animes that you really, like, for the most part, you feel like you're walking in blind. And sometimes these kind of, it can either make or break, you know what I mean? But obviously, you got to keep an open mind. You got to be willing to give things a chance. And so, hence, here we are today, Monday evening, bringing you Words Bubble Up like soda pop, you guys. So, yes, catchy name. And so, let's just get into it. So the main character, yeah, basically, Jay. So the main character that we male is that we're getting into is a guy named Cherry, Mr. Cherry. That's he's a young dude, probably, like, I'd say 18, 18, 19. He's on his way to college. We're the setting right now. The season is summertime in Japan, and so very beautiful time. Like, see what Stephen was mentioning, the way they made the scenery and the environment is very captivating. It draws you in for sure. And so Mr. Cherry is a working man. He's actually helping out at a kind of like senior care area. And so he's just doing this for a summer gig. Later, we find out that it's actually, a gig that he's actually helping with his mom. I did too, Glenn. It's great. It's great. And so, so he's just helping out these, the senior citizens, the old schools of the time. And, so we're getting a little bit of, like we're seeing his life, through the viewer's perspective. And he's always walking around with headphones, you guys, but he's not really listening to any music, come to find out. And this guy, he's just a very shy young man, doesn't really like to, converse with people. Not to say that he won't if he has to, of course, like he's a working guy. So he, talks to his, gotta love them seniors, that's for sure, Inja. He communicates with his coworkers and his family, of course. But as for the regular passerbys, I think that's mainly what it is, that why he ends up keeping these headphones on his head. But he's got a good heart, this kid. And so we also get, aside from another story, a little bit more upbeat. And, I feel like Steven would be able to describe this upbeat gal a little bit better than me. So, Steve, could you take us into our gal, the main gal of the story?
Okay, all right. So she's very cheerful. She's much into social media, right? But
Yeah.
she and you kind of think that it's within these times, right? She's masked up. But she's more like she's like someone that is all on live, kind of like an influencer, just going from place to place, living the memories. Very talkative, very people person oriented,
Yeah.
and just very quite the opposite of our gentleman here, Mr.
Yeah,
Cherry.
Mr. Cherry. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. What's Mrs. What's her name? Like that's
Yes. Yeah. So her,
so my bad on that.
no, you guys. So she goes by her. So she's basically like a social media, kind of a superstar. She's got a lot of followers. So it's definitely with the times. And her handle is Smile, and so she has a catchphrase, "Smile for me." But she's always wearing a mask, like what Steven said. And again, something that's very real and very now. You go out, you masked up. You know what I mean? So you can't see if somebody's smiling, if someone's making one of those faces at you when you're, at the
How
checkout.
weird would that be, yo?
You know what I'm saying? But so she's always having the mask on, and there's a reason why, and it's not because there's a pandemic going on in this anime Japan. It's because Smile has very pronounced buck teeth, you guys. Very pretty little girl, pretty girl, you know what I mean? Pretty teenage girl, but she has that insecurity of her buck teeth. She has braces, so she's trying to, correct it, to basically, at least from what I'm getting at, is that, she's not ashamed per se, but just embarrassed of what she kind of looks like, and it doesn't fully fit with her social media persona. And I would say, like, overall, like, maybe even just her like uplifting or like all around persona, you know what I'm saying? At least that's what I got from her. But it's also cool to see that when you have the perspective, the parallels of these two characters, one being very shy and not super social, versus quite the opposite, who's very social, wants to be out there, but at the same time, they both do have their insecurities about themselves that they just kind of keep hidden. And so, by chance, their Smile is heading towards the mall, and she's just checking out, just sightseeing, getting her viewerships, up in the environment of the upbeat mall. And so things kind of take off from there. This senior daycare center is right in the mall as well. And so just by chance, we get this kid, goes by the name of Beaver. And you know what, you guys, I'm going to try and see if I can share my screen, just so that way you guys can get a little bit.
Beaver.
Yeah, just so that way you guys can get a, some visuals of what our character looks like. So here we go, our man, Mr. Cherry. There's a social media gal, Smile. And so this gentleman right here, I don't know if you guys can see that. If you guys can let me know in the chat if you guys could see it, I'd appreciate it. But Beaver, this blonde-haired, kind of youngster, he is just a troublemaker within the mall. Like, even the security guards know who this guy is, and he's just, just a little thief, and he's stealing little like a cardboard cutout of a a singing icon gal for our man Big Japan right now. This guy with the glasses, he's
I can't
just
see it, brother.
infatuated with her. Okay, uh,
1
shoot.
second. Let me
Sorry
see.
about that, you guys. We'll see if we could go back to it,
No.
and I'll see if I can just kind of continue on. And so our man Beaver is looking like Bart Simpson skating around in the mall, and he bumps into Mr. Cherry, who then bumps into Smile, that are standing right next to each other, and they actually have the same or very similar looking cell phone covers. I'm trying to, Inja. I'm trying to. And so this is how our two characters are going to be intertwined with one another, you guys. So they exchange cell phones on accident. Mr. Cherry actually gets a glimpse of Smile's teeth because the mask kind of falls off a little bit, and so he just says like braces, and she just goes off and she's just embarrassed, and so she just straight up leaves. Draw a picture. Oh man, I wish I could. I wish I could. Yeah, Bart punk ass. Look, yeah, that guy. And so as she goes home, she figures out that this is not her cell phone. And same thing with Mr. Cherry. And something else to note about our man, Mr. Cherry, with his shy, awkward social cue, is that this man has he's fascinated with a particular kind of writing. Steve, hit us with the writing style that this man enjoys, dude.
The man loves haikus. He has a
Hi.
dictionary in his phone. And I think he soaks up a lot of that stuff. I mean, that their meeting with Smile and himself, they're at the mall, but they're doing a haiku class and they're writing haikus, right? Or
Yeah.
no, that's their second meeting as they meet to exchange phones.
Exchange phones. Yes, you're right.
But
You are correct, sir.
but that's how she learns about him liking haikus, just by looking at the book and then seeing him there. Very socially awkward, but very shy. There's a reason why he wears the headphones, like you said, to
Yeah.
cancel out the sound.
Yep.
I think it's too much for him. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's awesome. He loves haikus. He's good at them, and some of them like the words to the movie. I mean, really interpret that.
Yes.
Um, yeah, so he's a visual guy. I mean, he really sees the beauty of everything, and in seeing that, he's able to kind of display that in his writing.
Yeah, very true. And like as you're pointing that out, I mean, you really are again seeing the parallels, but seeing some similarities because he's very artistic with writing very catchy and kind of profound for being able to put it on the fly haikus. And with Smile also being kind of like an entertainer herself, which is a work of art, or like it's an artist at work in and of itself. You know what I mean? Art, the people in the community here, they're all content creators. You know what I mean? So you guys are all creative artists in yourselves. So when I was able to, when I'm seeing all of this, I'm really kind of thinking of things that are definitely within, our times. And so, like as our story kind of progresses, they do exchange cell phones back, and we get an opportunity to see just kind of like also how big Smile is, because our man Japan, who's a husky fella with glasses, he's aware of her. And it just kind of shows you a little bit of how disconnected with like social life, social media, our man Mr. Cherry is, because he claims to be okay as long as he has his cell phone, but he's not really using it to be excessively social, like most kids his age and people are now. Let's see. Inja, that's a good point, because it does seem that he does have some qualities of high functioning autism. You know what I mean? Especially with wanting to not communicate with others. He does have a little thing with sound. Like if somebody talks kind of loudly, which kind of brings us into our next. I haven't seen the movie, but kind of sounds like, yeah. I mean, you're very perceptive, Inja, and bringing that kind of perspective on it. One of the elderly citizens that he cares for is by a man named Mr. Fujiyama, and Mr. Fujiyama is always carrying this like a blank record holder. There's nothing in there. It's just empty, you guys. And so he's
Open dreams.
yeah, this old timer, I mean, he's suffering a little bit about Alzheimer's, or memory loss. He's definitely got that, and so he's just in constant search uh of this record, and this is kind of like bringing in a little bit of the thicker part of the story to a certain degree, and this is also something that brings our two main characters together, because as they exchange cell phones, I should say, Smile, more or less, she actually kind of she's catching a liking for our man Mr. Cherry. He's just not very much like
He's
probably a
not
lot of the
receptive.
people that she knows. Yeah, he's not paying attention. Like, damn, she's fine.
He's like a typical brother, right? His head in the clouds. He's just like,
he's a daydreamer. You know what I'm saying? He's a daydreamer. And he's a man. He's in love with haiku. You guys, not what I mean. He's
yeah,
very focused on his craft.
yeah, man, and the
Yeah.
wording and everything.
Yes, indeed, indeed. And so they just end up, kind of talking more, and Smile. A lot of the things that she finds about Mr. Cherry are cute. She questions him about his headphones and how he talks and how he writes haikus and whatnot. Which is kind of funny, because while she's asking him these questions, and of course he's not rude, and he's answering them, but when he goes and asks her about her mask, like if she's sick, she right away shuts down. So you really get to see this kind of tennis match of parallels between these two characters. And so as the story just continues on, Smile ends up becoming an employee of this daycare, because they're looking for more staff members. And they get a more opportunity to kind of bond with one another, and build more of a relationship. And so, like you could see, love is in the air, dare I say, or dare I say, I was about to say derriere, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting my words all mixed up, guys.
You were gonna say derriere.
Derriere, but
Oh
yeah,
Lord.
so, as things are just kind of progressing, Steve, I just want to take a quick moment to see like what it is that you have to say as far as like things that you've observed overall, from what the story that we've gotten, you know what I mean? Because again, I just, yeah, tell
Was,
the people kind of know.
yo, I was like, at first I had that thing on, and I was like, I was texting Eric, is this it? Because if it is, I got about like 5 minutes of my time. The thing was like an hour and 23 minutes, yo. And I was timing that thing. But you know what? Like I'm making jokes now and I'm laughing
Yeah,
about it, right?
yeah,
But
yeah.
but but after watching it, I
Yeah,
was like, dare I say it? It was cute, It
yeah,
was it was a change of pace. Um and I tried going into it like, hey, if it's horrible, like you at least tried, right? You you at least tried,
yeah,
like
yeah.
look at right. He said, "Stop sugarcoating it, baby."
Yeah,
But
yeah, Jay,
no,
just get it out there, baby.
so like I will say this. I don't want to like stomp all over it and just get that little, like shake on it.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
I thought the storyline was good. Like the colors, I was looking at the colors. I was like, hey, I got to see something that's gonna keep me involved in it. And
Of
then
course.
in here, like seeing the story and watching it pan out,
Yeah,
it was very touching, right? It was like it's like young love,
yeah,
young
yeah,
love.
yeah.
They just basically, yeah, they just basically started following each other after. Like that's how it started, right? She
Yeah.
follows him. She
Hmm.
sees his IQ. She starts liking him. The only person that ever likes Mr. Cherry stuff is his dear old mom, man.
Yeah,
Number
and
one
so
fan, man.
Yeah, and so let me I want to let you continue, but just to let you guys know what Steven means by like is that there's a media platform called Curiosity for them that they're able to share these haikus. And so again, yeah, Mr. Cherry, to what Steven just said, the only one that's liking his haikus is Mama. Gotta love big Mama.
Yeah, you are
Until
appreciated.
yes, until he
She starts
has
working there.
yes, and so now she's starting to enjoy his haikus as well. Amongst other things, she's definitely catching a taste for the cherry.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
she is fond of his company. You know,
very yes, well said. You got
and then the
and
plot thickens. Like
yes,
with how we lead into them getting closer, right?
yeah. And so the kind of carrying on to what Steven said is that Mr. Cherry is caring for Mr. Fujiyama, who actually owns a record store, and he's been trying to find this record all over Japan. His main search is at the mall because them senior citizens, they can't be walking all over the damn place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
And so he is on the search for this particular record because he doesn't want to forget what he's already forgotten. And so he just wants to remember that. And, like when I saw that, I mean, I did feel like that was a little deep, you know what I mean? Because, I feel like there are some days, you guys, where I can't remember what I had for breakfast. You know what I'm saying? So imagine
Let, let,
having
let,
that. Oh,
let
go
alone
ahead.
calling your boy. I was gonna say, let alone calling your boy.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm
That's
over
my
here
bad.
working. I'm over here working, and I'm like, when am I ever gonna hear from that guy?
Oh yeah, dude, that's my bad, yo. Like, I'll call you tomorrow, player.
Oh, cool, cool,
Um,
cool, cool. I'll be
yeah,
waiting.
and so, Smile and Cherry are now, they're moved and touched because they've spent time with Mr. Fujiyama, and so they want to help him out. They're trying to find this record too, amongst other family members. Mr. Fujiyama's daughter, and his grandson.
Say this,
um,
yo, mama.
yeah, that's right. And so they're just on the hunt for this record. And later we find out from Mr. Fujiyama's daughter that this record is actually her mother that had recorded. So she was a singer, an entertainer, and he built this record store, Mr. Fujiyama, in order to kind of get her work out there. Of course, he's selling, J5 and MJ up in there, amongst many other artists.
Oh,
But he wants to get his wife's music because obviously his wife, and she has a beautiful voice. But again, he can't remember where he put the damn thing. Uh, so while they're on the search and on the hunt, which is kind of convenient, unfortunately, because the daughter is thinking of selling the record store because it's not, nobody really wants to take over the business, and so she's like, we're gonna get rid of this. So that what an opportunity! While they're clearing everything out, they're literally going, like record by record, just trying to search for this thing. And there's certain events that transpired that with Mr. Cherry kind of up and packing move because he's about to go to college, and they're kind of taking all of these records and getting them out there and whatnot. You kind of see like little bits and pieces, and I'm sure all of this is very intentional and very deep, or it just could be like me kind of rationalizing and the overthinking how Mr. Cherry and even Mr. Fujiyama kind of share some bits and pieces, especially since we, Steven, get to see the history of Mr. Fujiyama, right? I mean,
yeah, yeah.
that was something that was very unique, and we get to see that Mr. Fujiyama, young Fujiyama, and
The young Fu J.
he's a photographer, so also of the arts, who also knows some haiku himself, but you get to see a little bit of his past and him taking pictures of his wife and actually the process of getting her record out there. They find the record, and unfortunately, Steven, give us the devastation of what happens, man.
Oh, Smile breaks it, yo. She just breaks it. She breaks the record into many pieces. They find it, right, and
Yeah.
it just in shambles, like Mr. Cherry's there, like it just she feels horrible, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they figure that's the only record, but au contraire, bonjour.
Oh yeah. Au contraire, bonjour.
Yeah, au contraire, bonjour. There are
Mhm.
two records. Count them, two. Those. There are two
Yes.
records. So, but in finding this, like you don't know that, like there's just take a turn for the worse.
Mhm. Yeah.
Smile prior to that invites Mr. Cherry to watch the fireworks, a festival, and in there you kind of see their kind of like relationship, the liking for each other, but
Yes.
they're just
Develops more. Yeah.
yeah, and in that she kind of like feels horrible because it's like he finds the record and she has it and she busts it up and then she tries to put it together,
Yeah.
and he's okay with it, like they're functioning, they're talking, he kind of feels empathetic for her,
Yeah.
uh, and it's just things kind of just take a turn for the worse because he Mr. Cherry has yet to let your girl Smile know that he's moving,
Mhm.
and that kind of sets a damper and it sets a tone for the for the heartfelt, right? It
Mhm.
allows you to feel that every day. I guess everybody has had that, right? It's the real like the close to home type of feel I felt like this movie would be, like you
Mhm.
get that young love and them developing, them getting to know each other, like a certain thing that kind of happens and it tends to break them apart, but they're trying to kind of smooth things out. But
Yeah.
Mr. Cherry doesn't really, as Smile's feeling more for him, he's just more kind of like reclusive in some sort of sense.
Mm.
And he's in the transition of wanting to move, and it just there it kind of breaks her heart, and he's also hurt, because she's kind of like she like just rationalizes it and is very, you know, not cold, but just very to the point, and it just
Right.
it messes him up, it messes her up, like you get to see like their struggle and stuff like that. Um, you get to see her trying to put the pieces back together, which was very symbolic,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
To her broken heart, but also to try to make mend, because she feels
Mm.
horrible still.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that record. And I, like, should I like take the long bomb to you so that you can kind of close this out?
I think so, man. I mean, I feel like you're really hitting the nail on the head. So please continue.
Oh no, I was gonna go long bomb and throw it back to you. I was gonna say,
Oh, okay. I'll catch that, baby.
take it,
So
take
so
it.
yeah. So um, Smile is actually there. She gets some help, from her family, and she is successful in actually piecing this record. And you do see her diligently trying to super glue this thing together, and it just like is flopping after flop after flop. So she is successful in doing so, and it is time for this. That's right. She's there the festival that they're going to. The senior citizens have this kind of dance that they're going to do to kind of perform with the fireworks and whatnot. And instead of playing this song that is doesn't really fit kind of like the dance, I don't know necessarily, just to me from the viewer's perspective, doesn't really fit. But because they were successful in not with the record that they put together, but it was something that now thank you. Um, but there was actually another record that actually was made just into a simple clock. And so they're able to, Mr. Fujiyama is actually able to hear his wife's voice again, and you see him tearing up, so definitely, when you see I don't care if they're an old cartoon man or an old man, you know what I mean? You're going to get those, you're going to tug at your heartstrings, hearing something special. And so, at this point, our man, Mr. Cherry, is being, he's driving with his parents basically to where his destination is, whatever college that he's going to. And his friends along the way, Mr. Beaver, he's got like a thing for tagging, and he tags basically what Cherry's haikus all over the damn place, and this kid can't spell, and he mixes up, like here and here, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. So, but he gets an A for effort because that's a homie, and they're able to stop Mr. Cherry from actually getting to his destination because he figured they're basically trying to stop him, like, look alive, dummy. You got Smile that is a dime. You know what I mean? And
She is a dime piece, yo.
she is falling in love with thee. So get yourself out of the car and let's go.
Get the stepping.
Yeah, yeah. Get
Get
the
to
stepping.
stepping.
Yes, yes. And so he does, and he's sprinting like Forrest Gump back to the freaking festival, you guys, and he makes it with time to spare, you guys, because the senior citizens are still, doing, their dance and whatnot, getting funky with it. And Mr. Fujiyama recites his own haiku, basically for Mr. Cherry. And so Mr. Cherry gets up on the stage at the podium, and something that he doesn't like doing, and I would honestly say a lot of us have an issue with this. I would be lying if I said I was not at one point a fan of this. Now I don't seem to have a problem, but public speaking, you guys, that is definitely a big fear that many of us share. And so Mr. Cherry, that's another thing for him, is that he, aside from, just having a regular conversation with somebody, he does not like public speaking. And so he musters up the courage for his lady love, dare I say, Smile, and he recites a couple of stanzas from a series of haiku that he had put together over a period of time that they had been spending together. And they are able to meet one another. They share a kiss. Fireworks are booming and banging, and you get that love story. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's his old college camp videos. And so that basically is summing up what, in a nutshell, what words bubble up like soda pop, you guys. And so again, like, this is a rundown and a review. So I'm gonna hand it over to Steve because I really wanted to get what his get your take on it overall. I mean, you did let us in a little bit on what you
Yeah,
thought, so
that
let's.
that was in the beginning. I didn't give it a chance. This I was like, I was the old neighbor right there, like, get off my lawn,
Sure.
you get into an old style and everything like that.
Yeah.
But I was glad to have watched it. Like the other things that I was wanting to revert to was
Sure.
when he did go say, like, speak that haiku.
Yeah.
Prior to that, when they're kind of like in the midst of not speaking one to one another,
Oh.
um, he said, like, he put something like where he's in his feelings, right? He's kind of like falling for her too, and he's like
Yeah.
something like to the effect of like, "You hide those leaves, but I guess whatever that haiku he hit, she already
Mm.
knew like he was speaking of her."
Mm.
And I think that's what broke her down, right? It broke her down because she was looking at her teeth and everything like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was like a real crystal clear moment. It was a
Yeah.
great, feel good moment. Like, I'm sure everybody's been in a position where, they've been in a relationship, it hasn't worked out. You're kind
Yeah.
of in that grind and in that struggle and trying to come back up and kind of
Word.
either reinvent yourself or just kind of get better, for your own personal health.
Right.
Every
Yeah.
and in that sense, like, within that, I really thought, watching it clearly and all the way through, I was like, all right, this was, like how she told Mr. Cherry, this was a cute story. It was
Yeah.
very, like, and I'm not saying it like like in any disrespect. I'm doing it because that's what Smile would say,
Yeah.
but it was a good anime to kind of watch. Like,
Yeah.
it's not my style, of course, obviously, because I have a certain style to it,
Yeah.
but it's something new. It's something that I could say, like, oh yeah, this was a real feel good type of story. It had its ups, it had its downs, it has like entertaining moments. Also, it's something new, so it's something different. The colors are
Yeah.
very vivid; they pop out at you. There's a lot of urban feel to it.
Right.
I think there was a little bit of music that kind of was involved. Damn it! Speaking of music, Eric, you didn't even remind me.
Oh, I mean, we just got carried
Should,
on, you know what I'm saying? And so,
should we just show them what we're doing, or should we just rock out to it,
I
or
mean,
what?
I guess so, midway we could kind of get into it. I mean, because this actually would fit some of the music that they actually are playing kind of in the background. Not that this is from, you know, this anime movie, but it definitely gives off that vibe. So I'm gonna just, quiet down for a second.
Oh yeah,
get that, you know, what I'm
yeah.
saying?
It's like the sound of a concert before it even starts. You got the crowd just looking at each other like,
oh yeah, like, what? We all ready?
yeah.
Ready?
They're giving their shoulder rolls and everything like that, and the beat plays.
Oh yeah, dude. And
Dude,
you know what what I have to say is that from my perspective, just some of the things that like the insecurities kind of touch upon mainly stuck out more to me. I will be honest and say that though this is definitely out of my comfort zone, and I'm getting more comfortable with being uncomfortable in this regard. This is definitely an anime that I feel like, you're gonna watch some that are gonna hit the mark, and you're gonna watch some that don't. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, like overall, it's definitely not what I thought. Is it worth a watch? Like absolutely. Like it's always good to give new things a try. But I feel like there could have been a little bit more dialogue exchange. There were a lot of there wasn't enough of that for me to kind of really fully enjoy it 100%. But again, aesthetic wise and animation wise, the angles that they use, the colors, it just reminds you of like, if you go to a mall and you see how them young kids dressed today, you know what I'm saying? Like they're very similar to, so it really does hit home to, a regular society. But yeah, I mean, Steven was just like in the beginning, and even so, like even afterwards, he's just like,
we were
with
both
the
laughing.
eyebrow raised, and was
I
like,
sent
Eric,
them. I sent them
what
that
the
emoji.
hell what you doing, dog? He was like, but they're not all. I have to say, we don't always choose winners, and and I have a confession, brother.
Yes, what's up? Hit me with it, baby. Hit me with it.
Chat. When I was younger, I wanted this particular anime, you know what I'm saying? Like just openly said it, and Steven being the good big brother he actually got it for me for my birthday. And I thought I was going to like this anime just because of how aesthetic wise and how the drawings were, how I thought I was going to like it because I thought it was going to be dope. Dot Hack Sign was the anime that Steven got me. And I gotta be honest, Steven, I could not muscle through it, dude. And even kind of going back to what Wong, you and I were talking about was like sometimes those dubs that you get, or the subtitles that you get aren't gonna hit the mark. That definitely contributed, but even then I was like, damn, I just can't muscle through this, and I have yet to watch that damn thing. So I'm sorry, brother, that you bought that for me.
It sits in the corner collecting dust, like
yeah.
And then you're like, but not today.
Yeah, it's not today, dude. Definitely not today. But again, we're trying to do this so that we can also get different streams of anime, especially Netflix right now. They've been kind of importing some from other places, and then also their original ones. OMG, I loved it when it came on. Yeah, Toonami. Yep.
Oh, for the first time. Okay.
Okay. All right. Indeed. Yeah.
Spam
so
and eggs.
Yes,
indeed.
So we're definitely exploring different areas and different media platforms that we're able to watch these contents are, so you got to give things a chance. So yeah, but overall, like this was it was charming overall, to say to give it more of a honest answer. So charming would be the word I would describe this anime. But with that being said, I mean, Steven and I were talking, and I know Wong had actually touched upon this. Inja is mentioning Attack on Titan and all these other good battle style animes that are happening. And so Next week, we're gonna be. I think Steve and I are gonna be revisiting because there is a lot going on with Demon Slayer, you guys. So we're definitely gonna do some catch up with Demon Slayer. So definitely tune in next Monday for that. And we got an action-packed week for you guys. Steve, do you want to break some of that down
No, most
of what's
definitely, bro.
happening this week?
Okay, let's give you the rundown. Let's give you guys the breakdown. Let's slap the energy into you for the whole rest of the week because
That's right.
you
It's
know that work,
action-packed.
man. That work, man. Sometimes it be getting you that 8 hours, but we're gonna,
Oh yeah.
slap the happiness back into you, slap the life back into you. So
Yep.
tomorrow, man,
Yeah.
you got my brother something Wong. You already know something right's gonna happen, right? Like
Yep.
he's the havoc of the group, right? Like with Cyclops is there, like Alonso's there, but for some reason, I guess he beat the shit out of him, and so now something Wong is now Cyclops. So you got Cyclops versus, like your man Comics Kings, Brando.
Yes.
Brandon
Yep.
from Comics Kings will be here tomorrow, and these
Mm-hmm.
two are gonna debate it. They're gonna duck it out.
Yep. They're gonna be
They're gonna
duking
duke
it
it
out.
out. Old English style.
Mm-hmm.
Slips, crosses, and all types of other type of MMA type of shit. You never know. But
Yes.
we're
There's gonna
gonna
be
they're
rebuttals
gonna
upon rebuttals, I'm sure.
yes, yes. And you know
Yep.
what? Like we gotta respect, like they're well rounded. They've read, and these are great debates that I love to have, man. So I mean, I can't wait. I can't wait to say what they're bringing to the table.
Mm-hmm.
Like what they feel about what they could recommend.
Yep.
And you never know, man. Their fists could be flying.
Yeah, so and for those of you guys that are in the chat, like I mean, if you guys aren't excited, I'll tell you what got me excited over the weekend on Sunday. JD had Brandon Comics Kings on for
Oh
his
yeah.
comic collectibles and treasures, and some of the the shade talking's already being thrown out, so on both sides, so we're
Mhm.
definitely getting pumped for that, so be you definitely don't want to miss that. And that will be tomorrow.
Yes, yes, that will be
Yes.
mañana, man. Tonight. Dare I
Yes.
say after this,
Yes.
like we got it
Yes.
at 7 o'clock, man. We got top picks of the week. So don't
Topics.
forget, man, this new week. I'm saving myself money, right? I'm condensing my load, I'm condensing my poll. So, like it's as Cuisine would say, I'm giving it 10 marons, like that I'm
Yeah.
saving the money, right?
Hey,
Uh,
why not, dude? Save what you can, baby.
That's right, man. For the pocket. Then you got Geek
Yes.
Driven, man. You got movies and shows, man. Already he's gonna close out Book of Boba Fett. Like
Wednesday,
he's
you
gonna go ahead and
guys.
give it to us, man. So he's gonna give us a breakdown, spoilers all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're sorry. Like Jeff just powers right through it. So we like to get the group together, and we like to talk about it. We like to speak about it.
Yeah, speak on it.
Oh dang! Can we go ahead and give a shout out to Zen
Woo!
Multiverse?
What's up,
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Zen? It's going
Yo,
down,
man,
man. Good to see you.
he's been playing that console gaming, Eric, on YouTube,
Oh,
doing his damn thing. You know what? He's doing
dang.
the damn thing.
He's doing the Diddy, that game. It's
Yeah,
all about that game life, man. I feel you, baby.
possibly. Raging, talk to me, brother. Yeah, I think I can do that, brother. I think I
All
can.
right.
I
There you
think I
go.
can, like the train, brother. Then we got Thursday,
Yes.
man. We got Thursday top picks of the week.
No, Thursday, mail call. We got Mondo mail
Oh
call,
no,
you
mail call. I got
guys.
the top picks of the week. See, look at me.
Yes.
We got
Yeah, we
mail
got,
call,
yep.
comics and bionics, right
Yep.
there. Bam. So we got
Yes.
our guests right there. Be on the
Mhm.
lookout, guys. Mail calls, Mondo mail calls are always great, man, because you get to know about your community. I like being last. It's a good way. It's a good way to surprise y'all.
Oh,
So
yeah.
there might be some mail calls. I know I got very little coming in right now, but if I
Yep.
get those little packages coming in, man, like I'm down with going last.
There we go.
So then, after that, man, I mean,
I do.
I'm actually thinking that you got. Let's go backwards, man, because you got my gals. Dare I say it, my gals,
Oh,
my queens of
yes.
comics, man, my queens of
Friday.
comics.
Friday, I do believe it's going to be on Friday. Their saga rundown, you guys. If you guys have been viewing, they're killing it. They're crushing.
And with Saga being back, man, it is great.
Yes.
So
Oh, yeah.
and the girls breakdown is awesome. So you get all 5 of their breakdowns, man, and it's just perfect.
Yeah,
It's funny.
agreed.
I mean, they're great gals in the community. I feel like this community needs it, right? We have so many
Mhm.
different shows, but to get a woman's perspective on stories, and then their storytelling is so much more diverse. I feel like it's elaborate. There's just a lot of food for thought.
Yeah,
So
and not just women, but I mean, we're talking fans of the series that are readers, they're collectors. You guys, I mean, that is just you're getting people that are knowledgeable in the book itself. You know what I mean? So like it's and just their delivery, you guys. It's just chef's kiss, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're getting from them. All day.
all day long, and then some, man. So let's
Yeah,
go ahead and oh wait, hold on. I just want to make sure. Let's go ahead and get the time. Let's go ahead and get the time, the place. Yes, it is on
yes,
Friday. You are right. 4 p.m. PST, 7 p.m. EST. Don't forget, mark your
yeah. Be on the
calendars.
lookout.
Mark your calendars for these shows that are coming out through the week. We are putting out as many shows as we can and building that new content, looking to build a new as well. And there
Yep,
is a lot in the works, guys. So do
that's
not
right.
forget, be on the lookout. And tomorrow, man, be ready. Be ready. Be ready for something Wong. Be ready for my brother Comics Kings. It's gonna be a great night.
It
All
is
right.
indeed. It is
Oh,
indeed.
all right. All right, man. With that being said, Eric, do you want to close
Yeah,
it out as I flip this
yeah,
music? Man, that sounded great.
yeah. That was a very clean addition. You know what I mean? I'm digging it. Looking forward to continuing on with it with them beats next Monday. You guys, once again, just want to thank everybody in the chat, everybody watching the rewind. If there's any other animes that you guys are recommending or just viewing yourselves, so just so that way we could kind of get a view and a taste of what you guys are digging. Maybe it might be on a segment, and we, would love to have you guys on a segment to rap about it. But yes, what is happening next Monday, Inja? We are going to do a kind of like a catch up on what's going on with Demon Slayer, you guys, because there is a lot to unpack there, a lot going on. And so, Steve and I definitely want to revisit this, you guys. So that'll be for next Monday. So with that being said, you guys, if you want to view it right, anime for life.
Oh, live.
And
Don't forget.
see you at top picks, you guys, 7 o'clock.
Tippity top picks, y'all.
That's right.